a rainbow of sticky notes, a blank wall. So I'm going to storyboard my novel. This is part 2 of me editing my Victorian Steampunk novel that I wrote 4 years ago and just now revising. So the reason why we have to do a color-coded storyboard is because I'm now on chapter 2 and I don't remember anything about my book. I can't tell where I'm going. If I don't know where I'm going, I can't fix it. My plan is to color code it by chapters. Each sticky note is going to represent a scene. So then I'll just have columns of each chapter and their scenes. Then I can move it around. The plot may or may not be changing by the end of this.
Quick interruption to the video because I forgot to tell you about my writing blog. So I did a full analysis of this sticky note wall, gave you the step-by-step process of how you can use this method for your own books and why storyboarding works best during the revision phase. So if you'd like to check that out, there's a link down in the description for you to read the blog.
Chapter 1, we'll do hot pink. Slap it on. Emotional turmoil.
Emotional damage.
Opening scene. Bam. I have 4 pages of her getting dressed. This is probably going to go. I'm going to erase this because there's a lot more that's going to happen in chapter 1. Actually, I have to move everything down because the top's going to get cut off. 3 pages to just meet new characters. This might go. This right here is 10 pages, but this is all the action. So we have establishing emotion, world building, meeting characters for the first 11 pages. And then the action is the last 10 pages of the chapter. So I might need to trim down some of this stuff here. But let's move on to chapter 2. Let's go blue. Chapter 2 is where things get messy. Because I don't know where I'm going, what I'm doing here, what's happening. Chapter 2. Bam. In my revisions, what I have rewritten so far, this is where I stopped. I've only gotten this far. Why wait 3 days? And nothing happens in 3 days? Why did I do that? What? Some other character just pops in randomly in the scene and I'm like, what the heck? Where did he come from? Why is he here? I just gave myself a shock. So many things I need to fix. What are they even talking about? Okay. They're on a promenade. Oh my gosh. Emma, you can't be that oblivious. I need to make her a little more smart. She's too dumb. That's all of chapter 2. Chapter 3. And her emotional turmoil is back.
Emotional damage.
Now, what are they talking about? I'm already seeing some changes are happening. Thinking this bookstore stuff moves into here. So the conversation that they have here instead. Which means I might combine chapter 2 with chapter 3 and have it just be one chapter. These stickies are not very sticky. Is it because I didn't wash the wall? You know what? Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. And then I'm going to move this and this to be chapter 2. And then chapter 3 starts here. So we're going to cut that. Like that. Still don't like this 3 days later. But okay, but I'm cutting this, which is the 3 days later. And then, so this can happen like right after this. We lost another one. I might need to get some tape. Dad, where are you? I'm getting tape. This defeats the purpose of a sticky. Full waste of time. She runs home to be like, Mom, Dad, where are you? Mae's like, they're already at the event. Go, 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 go. You don't want to be late. Complete waste of time. That's probably going to get cut. So this needs to be combined with this. Yeah, so what they talk about here, they're not going to talk about it here. That means chapter 3 is really dang short. There's things I want to add into chapter 3. Yellow. It's going to be what we're adding. New stuff is going to be written. Chapter 4. Oh, I already wrote the scene, but it's in the flashback. Okay, so that's easy. So the flashback is moved there. I don't need the yellow anymore because I already wrote up the scene just as a flashback. No longer flashback.
Whoa! No flashbacks. No flashbacks. No flashbacks.
Gone. This is 50 pages worth of scenes. Oh, it's not Betty, it's Bethany. Can't even remember my own characters' names. We're going into another flashback. I feel like flashback should be in a different color, but oh well. Actually, I might keep this flashback because it's into her childhood. Ah, another promenade. Why did you say it like that? Why did you say it like that? That's weird. We're not at the inciting incident yet? I really thought this convo was going to be the inciting incident, but it wasn't. POV switch, which we're cutting. All POV switches are going to get cut because we're changing it to first person. What's in here, you will never know. It's going to get cut. Oh, what if, okay, the information in here you learn because she eavesdrops. This scene is this scene, but there's a different emotional turmoil happening.
Emotional damage.
But they're essentially the same. Another scene that we are going to cut that, cut all of that, cut all of that, all of that, all of that's getting cut. Chapter 6. About 10 more chapters to go. So the information that she eavesdrops here, she learns here. So, cut that entirely. Because she learns it here. I think these chapters are going to look like they're getting shorter. Just these scenes are just a lot longer. Why is Ian back? I swear, he just pops out of nowhere. That's so inappropriate. He comes into her bedroom. I'm gonna cut that. No, get out of there. That's so inappropriate. This is Victorian times. It's Victorian Steampunk, but still, I'm gonna cut this. Because instead of her going off and doing her mission, she gets distracted with wedding planning. No, that's gonna be cut. This is a waste of 2 pages. We're changing things. I don't like how 5 and 6 are separate chapters because a lot of chapter 6 is gonna get cut to where it's not really gonna be a full chapter. So I'm gonna combine these 2 chapters. This we're gonna cut. We don't need another bedroom scene. Instead, we're gonna move this to be here. Okay, so we're gonna cut 6. And this is gonna end chapter 5 now. So it's gonna be done there. So all of this is gonna get cut. And then now this is the new chapter 5. Chapter 7. So this scene is going to end chapter 5. And then this is going to start, was chapter 7, but now it's chapter 6. We're already at 100 pages. This is 100 pages, but obviously this is all getting cut. This is already a short book. We're only at 70,000 words. So if I keep on cutting things, I'm going to be at like 60,000 words. That's a tiny book. Wait, okay, well, I have to add information somewhere here to make this big reveal that happens here make sense. See this? I'm feeling a lot more confident, and I might keep this on my wall for months as I'm writing, because this is so helpful. If you're a writer and you have not done the rainbow sticky notes to storyboard your novel, do it. I understand now why writers do this. Chapter 8. Things are starting to get messy. I have like a page here and then a scene break to be with the same characters doing the same things. So I don't think I need a scene break. I just checked my camera and noticed that I'm starting to go out of frame. So I have to move all of these sticky notes this way. Now we're ready to get cooking. Actually, I have to move everything down because the top's gonna get cut off. Okay, now I think I'm good to start building out this way, and you can still see it. So chapter 8 opens with just a one-page scene of them waking up, and then a scene break into them walking over to go do the thing. So I think I need to combine those two. These two here are actually going to combine like so. Okay, POV to the mayor, and then POV to Jason, and then POV back to Emma, and then now we're going all the way to Emma. That's gonna be cut. Cut. That's gonna be cut. Both of those are cut. So this scene, which takes place about 10 pages after this, is now also going to be this scene. They're all going to be combined as one. This is also getting cut. This scene that we cut, I'm going to have Emma learn that information with this. I have now used all of the colors. So we're starting back over with the hot pink. Chapter 10. This is going to get cut. Chapter 9, I'm cutting all of this. So it's just the one scene. I can't have one scene in chapter 9. Some chapter 10 stuff might be moving down to chapter 9. I'm cutting chapter 9. And then I'm moving this to be chapter 8. Yeah, because this is actually technically 6, 7, 8. So chapter 10 is now going to be chapter 8. So I'm cutting 6, I'm cutting 9. Chapter 11. Character said something, I don't like it. It's very cringy. Very, oh. This is in chapter 11. But, moving it here. I'm cutting this. And so it's just this one, just like 2 scenes. That's not enough for a chapter. So this flashback is now going to be in the present, and it's not going to be a flashback anymore.
Whoa! No flashbacks. No flashbacks. No flashbacks.
So that's all of chapter 11. That's now going to be chapter 10. Chapter 12. Okay, had to move them over again because for some reason, the more I get over here, it cuts off at the top. What's crazy is that all of this is 170 pages. But because of all the cuts, like this is cut, that's cut, but all the cuts is not going to be around 170 pages. This is already the climax? Oh no. More needs to happen something needs to happen here. I'm going to add in a scene. Actually, I'm not going to cut 11. I'm going to add in things because the climax starts here. I think that's too early, so I gotta beef it out here. That's being cut, but this information will need to get learned later. This is also getting cut. Chapter 13. Things are getting crazy. Oh my goodness. Because this is getting cut. This information needs to be learned here. My handwriting is getting really messy. Chapter 14. That's gonna get cut. Add that in there. This, she will learn there. This scene we are keeping, but we're changing it, combining it into one scene, and that's the end of the chapter. Now on to 15. Before I started doing this, I could not remember everything that was in this book, but as I'm speed reading it to write down all of the beats and the scenes, I'm remembering things. And it's coming back, but I'm also changing things. We're now in like the climax, and the climax is stretching across a few chapters. Climax starts in 12. We're still in the climax in 15. Chapter 4, though, look how long that is. Something's gotta go in there. But I think that I'm gonna have to figure out when I'm actually writing. But we're gonna keep it as is for now. Chapter 16. We're close. We're close to the end. We're done with the climax. So this is now Act 3. Whoa. Act 2 starts right here. Act 3 starts right here. So the light blue colors represent an act change. Chapter 16 is all written out. We're only cutting one scene because it's a POV switch, and I decided to get rid of all POV switches. But I just want to get this done. It is dark. I've been going at this for so long, and I haven't had dinner yet. Last chapter. Chapter 17. What is even the name of this town? Xerox. That sounds like a prescription medicine. Xerox. Going back to the emotional turmoil from the beginning.
Emotional damage.
Last sticky note. That's the end. I'm going to add something. Some mental stuff for her to think about.
Emotional damage.
Okay. I thought they were going to fall for a second, but we're good. This is my entire novel, storyboarded and color-coded by chapter and scene. I'm feeling a lot more confident about this book now. I'm getting excited to dive in and rewrite everything. Now, in terms of structure, not a lot of things are changing. I thought things were going to be like, whoa! But that's not really the case. There are a lot of cuts. 14 scenes are going to be cut. Because I originally wrote this book to be a dual POV, but I'm deciding to rewrite the entire book to be in first person. So obviously those other POVs are going to get cut. Now the next steps are to follow my lovely roadmap of my book and rewrite all of the scenes. I'm going to be using the... Excuse you. Where was this? Page 78. I think you're there.
I didn't know that I put the fallen sticky note in the wrong spot until editing the video, but don't worry, I'm fixing it now. I've been wondering why for the past few days there was an empty space here. Now I know. It's because I put the sticky note in the wrong spot.
I'm feeling excited. I'm no longer in that dread of the writing sucks. No one's gonna want this book. Everyone's gonna want it now because I'm confident. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes look of what it means to write and revise and edit a book. This is a Victorian steampunk novel that will be coming out sometime in the future. That date is to be determined. Here's my rainbow of stickies. Yeah. Bye.